we are all coming back. So I'm going to share my screen. I hope you had a lovely time networking, talking about the presentations more, or I know in my group is talking about how to do more green chemistry, get started in green chemistry. So again, making those great connections. I know we are getting close to our 2 p.m. time, so our 2 hours together is wrapping up, but I know I always love this time together, so thank you for joining us today. We do want to tell you what we are up to this summer, and hopefully we will get to interact with you more online this summer through the events that I am going to mention next. So really this is our what's next and our wrap up portion of our connection today. We do have the Migraine Lab Summit, and you can find all of these events that I'm going to mention on our website, on our events page. But we have a partnership with Migraine Labs that focuses on a green labs program. They have their summit happening on the 26th of May. If you had a chance to interact with Jonathan Mora, who is our GCTLC program manager at Beyond Benign during the connection today, he's going to be in the panel discussion during this event. And so you can learn more about that in the link that's being dropped in the chat. We are going to be going in person, so I know I can speak for my higher ed team. So Nim, Jonathan Mora, who I just mentioned, and also Juliana will be in person at the GCNE, so it's the Green Chemistry and Engineering Conference that's happening in Reston, Virginia. And we know that a ton of our community members are going to be there. So if you visit our events page, you'll find a whole list of talks that are being given by Beyond Benign staff or our educational advocates, so those that are working with us on curriculum projects or the green chemistry teaching and learning community are listed there, as well as all of the education sessions that are happening at this conference. If you haven't heard of this conference before and you're thinking, oh darn, I wish I knew about that sooner, it is hybrid this year, so there is that option to still attend even if you're not willing to travel in person or can't travel in person for any reason. It should be a great conference. It does kick off with what the conference calls GCNE Fridays, and we actually have a GCNE Friday this Friday that's being run by Juliana Vidal and myself, and also a network career that we have. And this is on careers in green chemistry for sustainable design. This is a panel discussion, so it's about 6 industry, nonprofit, academia background people in careers talking about how they got into those positions and why green chemistry skills are important for the workforce. So this might be a session that you want to check out for yourself or share with your students if they are attending that green chemistry and engineering conference. We will also be headed, not myself, but Nim and Juliana will be headed to the CCCE. So if you are joining us from Canada and that is the conference that you are attending this summer, know that Beyond Benign will be there as well. We do have another virtual event coming up about green chemistry education that is being hosted by Verdish Chem. And this is a discussion about green chemistry education with our executive director, Amy Kinnan from Beyond Benign. And maybe you met her during the connections here today. I saw her, but I didn't get to actually interact with her. Dr. Lisa Abram will be talking about her work in green chemistry as well. So again, that link to find all the information about these events is in the chat. I do want to invite you all and hopefully encourage you to come to our Green Chemistry Commitment Summit. That is on June 23rd from 11 to 3 p.m. In the chat, you're going to get the link to register for that. This event is open and free for anyone to join us that's interested in learning more about green chemistry education, the green chemistry commitment. It is a lot like our event today, a little bit different in the sense that we will have industry panel in the first hour of the event to speak about the value of green chemistry skills in industry and how we can kind of close that gap between industry and academia as well, and why we want to. And so this event, I would say, if you've enjoyed your time with us today, come join us for another 2 hours of interacting online during the Green Chemistry Commitment Summit. And so you can register for that event with the link in the chat, but we will make sure to follow follow up with all the information as that comes out as well. Another conference that we are attending this year is called the BCCE. It's the Biannual Conference on Chemical Education. Why we always call it the BCCE. Nobody can ever remember the name, but we are excited to attend. So we will have a booth at this conference. There's going to be the Toxicology for Chemists workshop going on there, and a lot of members of the green chemistry community presenting in sessions and workshops as well. And we will also have a just kind of informal networking event there. So we would love to know if you are going to be attending these events. Please reach out to us and let us know. We'd love to meet you in person if you are going in person, or just interact with you through those events. We do have our Green Chemistry Connection Google site. So if you want to follow up on discussion from today, this is the place to do it. It's also the place where we will post the recording for this and any presentations that were given today, so you can access any links or information that you would like to there as well. I will say that our Google site is just a lead-in to the great thing that is going to come in 2023, which is called the Green Chemistry Teaching and Learning Community, or we call it the GCTLC. Giving green chemistry a little TLC is where that acronym comes from. And this is a platform that's going to be for K-12 higher education and industry stakeholders. So do keep in touch, stay tuned for when that is going to be coming out. I'm sure we'll be talking about it during all of our connections next year. So I do want to take just a last moment to thank our sponsors, those that are investing in green chemistry education, allowing us to do the work that we do, and to share those funds with our educational partners as well. And a specific thank you to the Green Chemistry Connection sponsor, which is the Department of Ecology at the state of Washington. If you are joining us from an industry, please do reach out. We'd love to interact with industry more so we can close that gap and understand what industry really needs to see in the future workforce for skills. So I am going to leave off on, please do join us for the Green Chemistry Commitment Program Annual Summit so that we can interact more. I'm going to stop sharing my screen now. I know we have 2 minutes left, and I can see there's some things in the chat. So I am just going to make sure there's no comments in there or questions. Awesome. So it looks like all of the links were shared there. And so I know we are up on our 2 o'clock time. And so thank you for joining us today. You don't have to, well, you are at home maybe or in your office, but we are going to say thank you for joining us, and we will see you hopefully at a future event this summer. And if not, we'll be running these monthly connections next year during the academic year, and we hope to see you then.